Well, how's it going, everyone? Bo here from BZ Up. We have got lots of cool news with this latest kind of like news announcement for Call of the Wild, the Angler. So if you're looking forward to getting all up to date on what's coming out, well, then you better not click away, everyone. Hit the like button. Let's get into it. Alrighty, had a recent interview, they put it out in a video, and I'm going to condense it down into a short video for all of you. First off, only one reserve so far confirmed for the release. It's going to be Golden Ridge Reserve, only ridge at launch, and it is located in northwest Wyoming is what they're saying. There is going to be rivers plus lakes there, and the deepest point on one of those lakes is 30 meters in depth. So it's kind of cool to see, what we're going to be picturing, I guess. They did say that there's going to be like 4 different biomes, I guess, and different fish in those biomes, or the same fish in some of those biomes, but it might require a different way of fishing those fish in those biomes. So that sounds pretty interesting, honestly. Here's something I found very interesting, though, in comparison to like the Hunter Call of the Wild, for instance. There is going to be 2 characters on the map. To me, it sounds like they are literally physical characters. I don't know. I need like confirmation. I need like a photo of one of them or something. But so far we have Sophia, the shopkeeper, who we're going to be buying all of our fishing equipment from. It sounds like there's no longer going to be like, lockers here and there to grab equipment and stuff. It's going to be Sophia, and that's it. You're gonna get your stuff from Sophia. Sophia has a monopoly on all fishing stuff at Golden Ridge Reserve. So yeah, look forward to working with Sophia in the future, I guess. Then we have Clayton the Warden, and evidently he's going to be sitting us on some, different tasks to do and stuff we're going to be helping him about. But I guess he is actually going to move in different locations. So Sophia's in one location, Clayton the Warden's going to move in different locations, and we'll help him out as kind of story missions along the way. Now, speaking of story missions, evidently there is going to be kind of a beginning tutorial slash kind of like, introduction onto the map, I guess, similar to all of our Call of the Wild maps as well. But then it's going to kind of release you, and if you're a real life angler, you have a lot of experience fishing in real life, and hopefully you have experience fishing in Wyoming, you can go off and you can just go fish if you want to. And if you aren't like that, if you need help, if you're a new angler, or you just need an introduction to Wyoming fishing, like me probably, I've never been to Wyoming, evidently there is going to be missions for every single species of fish, which makes me wonder how many species of fish are in the game, because that would be a lot of missions, you would think. But hey, I'm not against it. It would be interesting to learn how to fish all these different species. Now, you can explore the map on foot, or on a boat, or in a vehicle. They show the vehicle in the videos and stuff, and you can also do this with multiplayer. You can do this with your friends. You can be in the same car, you can be in the same boat with your friends. That sounds really interesting. I wonder if they have like, a maximum of 2 or maximum of 4. That'd be kind of crazy to see how many people we could fit on a boat, but I'm sure they have a limit. You would certainly think. Now, something I didn't mention about Sophia is that she's also going to have like options to buy clothing and stuff for your character, it sounds like, to kind of customize them to look different than your peers. So that sounds kind of interesting. Something that we don't really see in the Call of the Wild other than like outfits, but there's only like 7 outfits or something like that, so it really don't matter. Now, if you're traveling by boat, obviously the boat, similar to vehicles or whatever in the Hunter Call of the Wild, are going to spook the fish if you're moving too fast. So, it is interesting. They did make note that the boats that you are in are only going to spook your fish. It's not going to spook someone else's fish, which is pretty cool, even though I get annoyed in Fishing Planet when people are zooming boats around me and stuff like that. So I'm not sure. It's not going to annoy my fish, but it's still going to annoy me, I guess. But something interesting we did learn about those fish that are, specific to yourself or whatever, is that diamond fish have been confirmed. And not only that, but if you were to, start reeling in a fish and you notice that they're a monstrous fish and you're like, okay, can't wait to get it in, and then something happens. It gets off the hook, you lose tension, line breaks, what have you. If you are to re-gear up and throw back out again, that same fish might be persistent and go for it again. So you have more opportunities is what I'm trying to say. But the most interesting of all is that unlike the Hunter Call of the Wild, once you log out of your map, that fish is reseeded. It's not going to be in the same spot necessarily, so you might have to do a little bit more searching to find that diamond fish again. It's safe to say that if you find a diamond fish, make sure you catch it before you log out, otherwise you're going to be searching for it again. Now, they did touch on spawning of the fish. They did say that it had to do with altitude, the depth of water, which evidently changes with the time of day. I hope I heard that right. And that all affects when fish are spawned throughout the day. So different species will be spawned in different areas throughout the map. It sounds like something that's going to be really difficult to keep track of, but you know, maybe it'll be like the new need zone sort of thing with Hunter Call of the Wild. I'll be really interested to see if people are like, well, between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. the cutthroat trout spawn in the northern lakes, you know, so that would be, we'll just have to see, you know. Now, one of the most interesting things I heard about the game from the developers so far is that it's only catch and release. That shocked me. And they mentioned that in the interview, or they were like, I'm sure a lot of people are going to be shocked when they hear that, and I was. But evidently the idea is that catching fish will reward you with experience. The experience will level up your character, and by leveling up, you will get credits to purchase gear with, or, you know, customizable stuff for your character, etc. I'm not 100% sold on this whole thing so far, but you know, maybe it'll all make sense when we're starting to play. Now, when they were bringing up an aquarium or a lodge of some sort, I was hoping they would bring up some sort of like creating a reproduction of the fish that you catch or something to put into a lodge. That seemed like something that you could do with a catch and release system, but instead they said that it will mainly be focused on catching a fish, being able to hide the HUD and the UI and stuff, and taking a screenshot of your fish to share with your friends, and then you release the fish, and that's pretty much what you can do, which is very similar to other fishing games. So I was really hoping for something a little bit more, but I'm eager to see what you all think down in the comments. Make sure you say something. I'm eager to see what you think. But despite all of this, they did say that the most important thing is that player feedback will drive the build of the game. So if we all, you know, band together and say that we want a lodge, we want to be able to mount our fish, then hey, that just might be the direction they go, everybody. Now, lastly, I wanted to say that they don't have any VR support right now, but they do have crossplay, so you will be able to play with your Xbox friends on PC or PlayStation friends on Xbox, what have you. Just draw lines between all of them. It works, evidently. Now, something I'm sure all of you are looking forward to hearing more about. So far, I'm pretty sure, though I'm kind of wondering, we have Northern Pike confirmed, we have Bluegill confirmed, Mountain Whitefish confirmed. I seem to remember them bringing up perch, which would be a yellow perch, I believe. But I can't find where I might have heard that from. And I did see when they were talking about the light hitting the fish and their scales and all that, and it being different below water than above water, they did make a reference to it looking different on catfish. So we do know that there is catfish in the game. Looking at Wyoming, it can only be the channel catfish or the flathead catfish. And if I was going to choose one or the other, I would definitely go with channel catfish, because honestly, their state record channel catfish is larger than their state record flathead catfish, which, if you know what those two catfish are, doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So I would think if they were going to add one or the other, they would definitely add the channel catfish. Now, some other species I would think they would add into the game, being a northern Wyoming map, would be the cutthroat trout, which is the state fish of Wyoming, so it makes a lot of sense. The rainbow trout, golden trout, brown trout, brook trout, and lake trout. Now, these are all trout, obviously, but they're important to Wyoming. Wyoming is a northern state. It's got a lot of trout in it, so, you know, it makes sense that they would all be in it. Now, something interesting, Wyoming also has Arctic grayling in it, which I thought would be a fun, different fish that they might want to throw in just to have something different than the trout species. But I also think, knowing how popular they are, that they'll have the largemouth bass as well as the smallmouth bass in the game for all of the players who are used to fishing for bass in their home states. I also think with all the lakes up there that they might also have walleye on this map, as well as black and white crappie, yellow perch, and green sunfish for something smaller that you can go after with a float rod or something for lower level players. This all adds up to about 18 fish, which is less species than Reventuli Coast. So, you know, I don't know, they're fish, right? You think the smaller fish kind of around the edges of the lakes, larger fish a little bit further out, you know, have some bass over in one location. I think you could manage 18 fish on a 64 square kilometer map. I don't know about you, but I think it's possible. But I'm eager to see what you think down below. Is there a fish species that I'm missing out on? Is there a fish species that you definitely think won't be in Wyoming? I am eager to hear. They did make reference to helping out in missions about invasive species, so I am eager to see if maybe we'll be seeing something about like silver carp, or I don't know, what other invasive species might be up in Wyoming. Comment it down below, would love to see it. But hey, if you're a fan of fishing games, make sure you're subscribed to the BZ Hub, because we love playing fishing games more than hunting games, really. We love fishing. I have in real life fishing videos as well if you're into that sort of thing. But hey, if you enjoyed the video or found it useful in any way, make sure you hit the like button. And if you want to check us out on our live streams every Monday, Wednesday, 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. Central, make sure you do so, because it's a lot of fun, everyone. But until the next episode, everyone, take care, and as always, remember, we're one planet, one family, game on.